Hello beautiful, I am heading out to hang with my friend, so I'm gonna get ready. And I thought, because I have a bunch of things here, they're like the new things from Sephora that I bought in my Sephora haul, and I also actually have another box of things that I bought after the sale has started. So I think I'm just gonna do a get ready with me with like stuff that's somewhat new from Sephora, except this one though. I'm gonna be using the gripping primer from e.l.f. Because I want my makeup, since I'm going out and it is supposed to be in the 90s today, I was thinking maybe a gripping primer would be nice. And I'm still trying out the tint from Milk Makeup. I bought this in my first order from Sephora, and so far I have really been liking it with every kind of like primer I've used. I did a glowing makeup routine for oily combo skin last week, and that one held up on me all throughout the day. And then I have done with a mattifying primer and powder, and it held up on me all throughout the day. So I just think that this is a really nice skin tint that almost feels sticky going on. I mean, it is the Hydra grip, but it does dry down and it actually holds up really good throughout the day. And when I first put it on, I was like, oh, this will be a mess because it was sticky. But after now I've been using it for, I want to say a week and a half, it's turning out to be quite the winner. So I'm going to be applying this. I'm wearing the shade 7, which I'm going to be totally honest with you, it is a smidge too dark for me before I get a tan, but it is, like I said, 90 degrees out, and I'm expecting myself, there's literally a dog hair on here. I'm expecting myself to get a tan already this weekend because I'm going to be spending some time outdoors. Me and my husband have decided to just be chilling together and make plans together because I'm going away next weekend. So we just want to have a weekend together doing some fun things. And I know for sure that we will be spending a little time by the pool because it's going to be 90 this weekend and I'm so excited. And I really think that this will be a good test for the skin tint today because I have been doing full day wear tests with this, but I am going out and about today. So we'll see how this wears. I'm filming, it's 10 o'clock in the morning now. And I will definitely be wearing this makeup until 10 o'clock tonight. And we'll get like a full day wear test in. And I will of course come back and review all of these products once I've been able to try them out properly. But this is usually what I do when I like try out makeup. I try them in different conditions, with different primers, with different tools, just to see what do I like the most and does it work in different ways. Because there are some things that like I only like it with a sponge, I only like it with this primer. And my favorite products are of course the kind of products that they're versatile. You can use them with anything. They're not picky. Like there are some you probably know this as well. There are some fuzzy products out there that will literally just be like a grumpy toddler being like, no, I don't want it. As soon as you're not using the exact only technique, primer, powder, you know, you have to do all these things to make it work. One step shy of just sacrificing the blood of a virgin to an old god. We don't want those kind of products. And I will say so far, this Milk one has been really easy to work with. It's worked in any kind of like situation that I have thrown at it. I will be using, here it is, the concealer that I recommended in the Sephora sale. I think today, as this is going up, is the last day of the Sephora sale. So if there were anything you were thinking about, I think today is the last day to participate, the 14th. I think that's when it's ending. So I'm going to be using a little bit of the concealer that I have been enjoying the most as of late. And we're going to be setting it with a new powder. I did buy the Givenchy, the very expensive powder. I went for it. Now we're going to see if it's good. Because I have been told that this powder is supposed to be the OG formula, but pressed. Or I'm just going to look sparkly. Time will tell. I think before we get in with the powder, I'm actually going to be using bronzer first because it is also a cream product. I did purchase the new Benefit Hula Wave. Can I just say, this packaging is so me. It's giving minimalistic retro, which is literally my vibe when it comes to my house, my home decor, my own makeup brand. I'm absolutely loving that packaging. And I got it in medium, which I hope this is gonna work for me Ooh, this packaging is nice too. That's nice. It's a little dark for me right now. Again, I'm talking about this tan that I'm gonna have, but we'll see how this works. I'm gonna be using a Cinch FO3, which is my favorite when it comes to cream products. Oh wait, this was a little... Oh, I need to work in it a bit. Okay, this is more of a sheer formula, which, you know what? I'm actually very excited about. Wait, that looks beautiful. Benefit. Wait, that is so nice. You know, if you've been on my channel for a bit, you know that I am very into the more subtle bronze as of late, and this is definitely giving that. If you are looking for something that's very emollient and that is very pigmented and that picks up a lot, this might not be for you. But if you are on the same bronzing train as me, choo choo, and you are into a more subtle, sheer, almost not there bronzer, this looks so delicious and wearable and believable. And wait, Benefit. Okay. Doesn't that look so good? This one? Is this like an unsung hero? This is not at all what I thought this was gonna be more like the Fenty Cream Bronzer, which is very emollient and more like balmy, or maybe like the Charlotte Tilbury one that is more like dense and creamy but pigmented. This is almost like a stiffer sheer balm in a really good way. This almost reminds me a little bit of the Merit, like the sheer like balm stick that they have, but in a compact. And I mean that in the best way possible. Okay, Benefit, I see you. Okay, let's dig into the powder. This is the Prism Libre 4-color pressed powder. I have it in number 3. This is Voile Rosé. Okay, so the compact is really beautiful. There is a brush here that we will not be using. Is it attached? I think it's like attached to the lid, which is good. Because then when you open it up, here is the powder. And it smells like department store makeup. You know what I'm talking about. Like sweet roses. So if you don't like that, you won't like this. But I am excited to see how this is going to be on. It looks really beautiful and it's a little rosy, which we know isn't like my favorite. I'm gonna put some on my brush and I am gonna go in and get rid of the creases. Make sure when you're setting your under eyes that you are patting out the creases, because you don't want to set the creases. That's not what we're trying to do. You know what? That looks actually really good. Okay, I'm gonna set a little bit in my T-zone. And I'm not gonna set on top of the bronzer because I kind of want to see how it behaves if I don't. Just blending out the edges a little bit. I'm also putting on a blush, so I'm not too worried. But yeah, the powder looks beautiful. I will say, not loving the scent. It is strong, and I can smell it on my brush. Not my favorite, but how my face is looking, that I am a fave of. I decided to do some brows while I let the bronzer dry down a little bit. They turned out a little werewolfy today, but you know what? Live and let live. It will be fine. I also did buy, I almost forgot. I bought the ABH, ooh, I have something on my lip. Smooth Blur Contour, and I got this one in shadow. I almost forgot. I haven't even looked at this. This packaging. This packaging is lit. This is like brushed gold. Okay, ABH, this is really good packaging. I'm very impressed. I do get some things in PR from ABH, but not everything. And this one I did not get, so I bought it myself. Not a biggie. And this color, again, it's pretty dark. when I contour, I usually only contour sometimes here, but I think I'm fine right now. I usually only contour here. Yeah, this is definitely a cool tone product. I want to see. Always when I get something in a stick, I want to see, are we able to use it straight from the stick on the skin? Because for me, that determines, like, if it's in a stick, I think I should be able to use it from the stick on the skin. Otherwise, just put it in a pan. That's my personal opinion. So here's the difference. I almost feel like it didn't blend out as seamlessly as I would have wanted. So I think I'm gonna use it like this. Is there there's definitely something here. Not 100% convinced on how this is looking. It could be user error. I am not the person who contours a lot, but I feel like contour is coming back. And for that reason, since my job is literally to review makeup and to let you know which products are worth purchasing, so that if you are in the market for something, I can let you know which is the one you should pick up if you are looking for something. If you're not looking for something, see this as like almost window shopping. I try it out so you don't have to. Because for me, sometimes when I see people try out new products, I think I just put it too far up. It's almost like just seeing them try it just satisfies the need. Like, I don't need to own it anymore. Like, so for me, sometimes, especially when it comes to fashion, it's like window shopping. I'm looking at them purchasing and trying on the products, but I'm not purchasing and trying on the products. Okay, how do I feel about this? Initial impression, I always blend contour upwards, by the way. Always blend contour upwards, like you want to be lifting your cheek. Yeah, I don't know if you notice that when I'm blending, but I always blend contour upwards. You want to be lifting, not dragging down. And I almost feel like I used too big of a brush. Maybe I should, with Cinch, create like a smaller brush for contour, like something for cream that's even smaller. Maybe that could be something for me to think about. For me, oh, let me actually go back into the powder again, and I put it back in the packaging because I'm literally going to film a little haul. That haul was probably live yesterday on my channel if you want to see what other things I bought that I'm not going to be using in this video. So I'm going to go back into the powder, and I'm going to use just a little bit, and I'm just going to like lighten up a little bit under here. Not like one of those sharp lines, just lightening up a little bit. Is that better? A little bit. It did turn out a little bit better. I also think that when we put blush on, I think we'll be good. See, this is me. I need to be better with contour. I do think it looks good now though. I think that looks good. But when it comes to contour, don't use contour as you're using a bronzer. Because a shadow, if you put it like you put a bronzer, I put a bronzer in a bigger area because it's giving me warmth. It's giving me that little suntan look to my skin. Something cool tone will not give me a suntan look to my skin. So I try to use a little less of it. Some contours though do lean a little bit more neutral, and then they could be like a bronzer, almost like a bronzer and contour all in one. But when it is a contour, one like this, that's leaning a little bit more on the cool tone side, make sure to use this where you want to emulate a shade so that you don't look like you're about to head out to a Halloween party because maybe you put on too much contour. It just depends on what kind of look you are going for. So I bought two different blushes. I bought the Sephora, the colorful blush, and I also bought the highlighter in this one if you want to see my other haul. They very, like, this one looks beautiful, but I want to use this one today. And when you see it, you're going to be like, yes, 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 we want to see you use that too. I got the new Fenty Hot Cheeks Velour. Ooh, what country was that? Not an English speaking one. Velour. Velour blush lighter, and I got the lighter one, the one that is called Cherry Pied. I've been talking about how cherry makeup have been such a trend, and I think this is the only thing cherry themed that I've actually bought. So this is what the packaging looks like, and it has one of those like it changes. What are they called? I keep forgetting what they're called. the ones that Glamlight do. I actually really like it with this pixelated art because it's giving 80s in the best way possible. And this is the same packaging. I wanted to bring it out because when I saw it, I was like, wait, this is the same packaging as that really beautiful highlighter that they did last year. And I think that they're discontinuing this one. If you can find your shade at Sephora, they're in a very deep discount. 100% recommend. Oh, and also people told me they're also on sale on the Fenty website. This is an amazing formula. I'm really sad they're getting rid of it, but I want to see, look at that plastic cover. I want to see if this is a similar formula, but it doesn't look the same. Like the pan doesn't look the same, but I'm very, very intrigued. It looks very shimmery and beautiful. So I want to see if this is the same. I am just going to use, this is a very flimsy blush brush from Beauty. This is perfect if you're unsure how pigmented stuff is, or if you're working with very pigmented blushes, because it is like a very airy application. Oh, look at the glow. Okay, this is definitely a highlighter and blush all in one. It has this really beautiful, almost goldy sheen. Wait, I am really excited about this formula. I know that Unearthly had something similar that they just released, and I'm very excited to try those out if you want to get like a similar thing but from an indie brand. That is very highlighty and beautiful. Definitely very pigmented. I'm actually going to use my blush brush. I usually like brush, you can see I'm brushing on the edges just to like diffuse without adding more product. That's something I do if I'm like, I want to diffuse a colorful blush, but I don't want to add more of the colorful blush. I'll use like the powder brush that I have without any additional product, and I'll just like blend on the edges, almost like how I do with the really colorful eyeshadow, just to diffuse it a bit. But that looks beautiful. I am actually gonna add a little bit of highlighter because I've been really enjoying this new one from Dior. This is the new Dior highlighters, and I got mine in Gold Halo. And it is just really, really beautiful. And I kind of want to add just a little bit on top, just to be like on the tippity top, like cheekbones. Yeah, like that. I think that that's gonna be like actual perfection. Yes, 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 yes. Because I am definitely looking to have a little bit of wet cheek going out today. So the cheeks are a little bit like almost like a statement cheek, because I'm gonna do very easy eye makeup. Ooh, that looks beautiful. I'm gonna go over with the blush brush to just, again, blend them together a bit. I'm really enjoying that. So what I'm gonna do for eyeshadow actually is that I am gonna be trying, I have them sent to me from NARS. They sent me 3 of their new eyeshadow sticks, and I know that these are new at Sephora, and I kind of want to try one of them out and just do something simple. And I want to use one of the things that I recommended in the Sephora sale that I really enjoy, which is is it called Mini Sculpt? Yes, the Natasha Denona Mini Sculpt. So I'm gonna do something neutral, and then I'm gonna do, I think one of these are like a dark brown. It's like a little bit of like a, well, not dark brown, more like a bronze, but I thought we use this a little bit on top, and we'll see how that works out together. I do want to use as well, I haven't been using that as much as I wanted to. Where do I have it? Oh, it's right here. The new lip balm from Isamaya, because I've been trying some other lip products as of late. Doesn't really smell like anything, so I thought we'd put this one on. I did buy a new lip liner. You've seen I bought the Merit lip liner. Do not recommend this though. It is very shiny. It's almost like a balm. It wipes away quite easily, and I don't feel like this does what I want the lip liner to do, which is keep my lip products inside the lip and not bleeding out, because it doesn't set down. It's shiny and balmy, and I don't love how this is on the lips. If you like the idea of a colored, like a balmy lipstick stick as a lip liner, maybe. But if you like lip liners, I don't think you're gonna enjoy this one. So I'm not gonna be using this one. I just wanted to mention again that that's one of those things I bought at the sale where I'm like, I probably shouldn't have. Okay, so I did put on a little bit of eye primer, so we are ready for eyeshadow. And where did I put the balm? Let me put the balm on. I just contoured my lip a little bit with a cool toned lip liner. So this one has a little bit of a gray tint. And I just thought that this would look so cool with the lip liner. Is that not so cool? Oh my god, are you buffing? I have Kaisa sleeping under the table and I think she heard something. I can already tell as well. My under eyes are still looking great with the powder, but you can tell my T-zone is already starting to look a little dewy. So I'm probably gonna have to go in and powder with a mattifying powder just in my T-zone before I leave. But my under eyes are looking great though. So we're gonna be diving into this one. I think I'm gonna start with this one in the middle. And I'm gonna do a Cinch EO3. It's just a very fluffy brush because again, I'm keeping this a little bit easy. I'm just gonna keep this simple. I'm just gonna do a very easy crease. Like this. Because this is how I use this palette, just for like easy stuff like this when I have a single shadow I want to use, or when I want to ground the look a little bit, or if I want to like deepen up or lighten up a look a little bit. That's how I like a palette like this. And I am traveling. I'm actually traveling this week as you're seeing it. And I am definitely bringing this palette. So I'm going to keep it something like this. And then I'm going to put the crayon on. And then we'll use the deepen the lighter shade after the crayon. I put a little bit under my eyes just for contour, and I'm going to be using this one now. So it's just like a bronzy stick, and I think I'm just gonna, I don't know what I'm doing, famous last words, but I think I'm just gonna put it on my lid. Initial impression, it is not like sparkly or hyper metallic, it's more like a soft metallic. I think you can see. Looks nice though. It's gonna be interesting to see how it holds up. I mean, that's the thing, right? I'm just blending a little bit on the edge, but that looks nice. I'm gonna use the dark brown, not the black, the dark brown. Sorry about the sniveling. The allergies are getting to me. Yesterday I was sneezing like the world was ending. I'm just gonna put a little bit in my outer corner. But I'm gonna do a little powder because I'm getting way more glowy in my T-zone than I want to be. So I'm actually gonna be using, this is the Glam Light powder. What am I showing you the lid? This is the Glam Light powder, and I actually am able to bake a little bit with this powder, which is what I do, not in my under eyes because I don't have, you can see, that's getting in there. Not in my under eyes because I don't have problem there, but in my T-zone, where I want to be matter, and we'll let that sit for a bit. This works really well. If you have an oily T-zone, especially for me around my nose, I bake a bit with powder, I let it set in, and then I brush it off. And we're gonna set it with a setting spray as well, because I got a new setting spray. I actually bought not a backup, because I'm almost out. I bought a mini. I love the Tarte eyeliners, like they're so good. Unfortunately, I wish they came up with more colors, but I bought a mini of the new one. I have a full size of the white one, but my mini is, you see, that's all I have left. That's it. So I bought another one during the sale in a full size because I love this so much, because I'm gonna use this one up. I would say I maybe have like 1 or 2 uses left of that one before I am done. Okay, eyes are almost done. I'm gonna do mascara, and I'm actually gonna be using the Too Faced mascara. I'm showing this in an upcoming video as well, but I am very impressed with this one. I've never liked a tubing mascara before, but this one is really nice, and I'm gonna do no lashes today. Again, it's also because, again, I told you allergies are getting to me, and I can't. Before I do my top lashes, I'm gonna be curling them a bit because that makes a lot of difference. This curling, like the little lash curler, this is from Tower 28. I got this one in PR, and I always, when I use this, I get people asking me, where is it from, where can I get it? But I don't think they sell it, but quite honestly, they should, because like, look at that. It's a really nice lash curler, and it's the one that I'm using. So I really think, at least I don't see it on the Sephora website. Maybe they're selling it on their own website, but I mean, they should. It's a really nice one. So this is the mascara, one layer on one eye, and I think this is a really nice one. I like it. So I'm gonna finish this up, and I'll come back. And I think the last thing I have to use is my new setting spray. Let's hope it doesn't ruin everything. Okay, let's get rid of the powder that I baked with. You can see it did disappear almost on my chin and my forehead. I just had some left here. But now you can see I'm matte, but I'm glowy, but I'm matte. That's what I want. So I did buy, I said in my wish list video, in my recommendations and wish list video, that I wanted to buy the Kosas one, but then I didn't, but then I changed my mind. So I bought it again. This is the, well, I had it in my basket, I took it out, put it back, here we are. This is the Cloud Set Airy Setting and Smoothing Mist. And this one is supposed to be an oil-free airy setting mist that locks makeup into place while hydrating and smoothing the skin. Mists always shine, not glow. Okay. Makeup grippers. Shake well, hold, blah, blah, blah. So this is supposed to be setting your makeup down and making your makeup last longer. This one has a sticker on it. This one. What's up with the stickers? Okay, here we are. Ooh, that's a really nice packaging. Let's shake it because that's what they said. Shake, shake, shake. Let's actually get the hair out so we don't accidentally get that like super wet. Okay. That is a really nice mister, and I don't feel any drops or like see any drops on my skin. That's really nice. I really like it. Ooh, I'm also going to put on a fragrance. I bought this in the Sephora sale and I've been really enjoying it. It is the Replica Never Ending Summer. This one has like oranges and spritz accord, so it's like a little bit of an orange liqueur, kind of orange zesty, but also a little bit of bitterness, almost like the inside of an orange peel. I'm trying to use a little bit more on my fragrances because I keep always like getting people saying like, oh, your fragrances don't look used. I'm trying to use more of them. I'm always so cheap with my fragrances. I'm like, I paid a lot of money for this and I always do one spritz. But I also told my husband, I use my fragrances for me because I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't really care if people can smell me when I come into a room. If people can smell me when they pass me. I don't care. I want to smell good for me and for my husband when he gets close because he's the only one like getting close. So I will be using maybe a little bit more fragrance. Maybe I don't need to be looking at my fragrance collection that is absolutely bonkers. Maybe I don't need to be cheap about my fragrances because I have so many. So trying to be the person who uses a little bit more fragrance. But that is the finished look. Let me know what you think. I gotta say, this looks very neutral for being me. But I'm trying to embrace all sides of the makeup spectrum, and now that like clean girl makeup and no makeup have been so popular, I'm trying to do different kinds of makeup while like appreciating all kinds of makeup. Like you saw the makeup look that I had on in Friday's video, which was literally inspired by the Northern Lights. I want to be able to do all kinds of makeup looks because I used to do, back when I was modeling, I used to do looks like this as well. But then when I got into makeup, I stopped doing these looks and I only did the colorful looks. And I kind of want to be able to do all of it. I kind of want to be able, not to be able, like I am able, but I want to be able to appreciate and enjoy all of it. That's what I should say. Let me know what you think about this. I think the thing that surprised me the most is the bronzer. That's a really nice one. I hope you have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you soon in a new video.